Hello everyone, this is Sodhi from CAAN Wings Consultants Private Limited and welcome to the Saturday edition. This edition will be focusing on the processing times for skilled migration to Australia. Be it the 489 visa, which has now closed, but the grants are awaited, or the 189, or the 190, or the 491 visa. One of the biggest concerns with the applicants or the aspirants for Australia migration today is as to what is the estimated processing time they should be realistically looking into. So before I get into that, I'd like to give you a bit of backdrop in terms of the recent announcements made which set the processing times for us. So in September, the Australian government pledged to speed up the visa processing. So obviously, they're very mindful of the fact that Australia has a huge backlog of applications and there has been a long delay which people want to be cleared up by now. Australia government, in fact, even allocated $36 million and recruited additional 500 processing officers for a period of 9 months to reduce the long waiting times that people have been facing. In fact, a lot of 489 applicants and some of the 190 as well as 491 applicants have been waiting for their visa decisions pre-COVID, that is since 2020. So when the Albanese government came into power in May, there were 1 million visa backlogs at that time. In October, they announced that more than 2 million applications have already been processed and now they're sitting at a backlog of 872,000 applications. So while you might be feeling a little frustrated and thinking that nothing is happening, trust me, a lot is happening. The Australian government has done a lot to clear the backlogs and probably a lot of visas have already been granted and probably yours should be granted very soon. So in somewhere around June 2021, I'm just drawing a parallel here. Around June 2021, that is last year, the number of applications that were received by the Immigration Department of Australia was 495,000. And in this year, June 2022, the applications that were received, I'm talking about the new applications that were received, were 2.22 million. So you can see the huge increase in the number of applications. And this probably happened because the border restrictions were removed and people knew they could freely travel to Australia. And since the quota had been allocated in a very large measure, given to offshore applicants. So they knew that for this particular migration year, offshore applicants stand a pretty good chance of getting nominations, unlike the previous years where it was largely focused on onshore applicants. So one thing is for sure that the DHA is absolutely committed to prioritizing skilled visas with a focus on getting offshore migrants into Australia. Now, we also get to hear that the DHA probably aims to clear the backlog by the end of this year. Now, if that happens, that will be absolutely great. Now, before I get into the timelines, what is published on their website and what is really happening, that is what is the ground reality is, I'd like you to please be mindful. I'm being contacted by a lot of my YouTube viewers or Facebook followers who are asking me questions that they probably join some sort of groups wherein they are being advised that in case you're waiting for your visa application and the decision is not coming through, you probably need to send an email to an XYZ email address. So maybe you need to send it once. Some people say you need to send it 4 times. And as soon as you send it, your visa will be granted. Please understand this is a myth. This is not how the Department of Home Affairs work. They do not finalize applications wherein the application is pursuing them persistently. It could be an absolute coincidence that the visas that have been finalized had to be finalized, and it has nothing to do with the emails being sent. So please refrain from sending out emails to the departmental email addresses that you may be having, that in no way can push your application through or prioritize your application in any way. DHA, as I said, is absolutely committed to completing, or let's say finalizing, the applications, and in due course of time you should be getting your decision, or at least the outstanding requirements, very, very soon. So now let's talk about the current status of the various subclasses. So for subclass 189, the published estimated timeline is 34 days to 45 months. But for applicants whose 189 has been lodged, we have not heard of any visa grants so far. So I am not ready to show how long this is going to take. And this may be a little bad news for those who were given an invitation for 190 and subsequently 189 as well, and they chose to go with 189. Probably they may have to wait for much longer to get their visa grant. For the subclass 190, the published estimated processing time is 3 months to 11 months. But I'm surprised to share with you that we recently got a visa grant for one of our applicants for a 190 subclass offshore within 18 days of lodgement. This application was lodged in the month of November and the visa was granted in the month of November itself. This one, that is, within 18 days only. So as far as 190 is concerned, maybe this is a visa they could be probably trying to finalize as soon as possible. 489 is a visa that people have been very patiently waiting for. Now, we have had a few 489 visa grants, but I think most of the visas are yet to come through. But the good news for 489 applicants is that at this point of time, the visa officers are very actively allocating case officers to the 489 applications. The 489 applicants are getting CO requests, such as the police clearance certificates are being requested, the medicals are being requested, that is the re-medical. Some applicants are getting requests for evidence of additional employment or additional evidence of employment, The clients are also being asked to submit their Form 80. Therefore, those of you who are waiting for 489 decision and have not been allocated a CO, you might as well want to get your police clearance done, because that is the only procedure that can take a little longer. Rest of the documents should be with you, ready to submit. And as far as the 491 visa is concerned, the processing time published by the DHA is 79 days to 12 months. However, we've seen a lot of promptness as far as 491 offshore visas are concerned. The case officers are being allocated in less than 1 month to the applicants, and any applicants with outstanding requirements are being followed up or pursued by the DHA to complete those documents so that the visas can be finalized. So that is just about it for today. If you have any queries, please feel free to write into us on call us on 78498 78498, or write into us on CaanWings@gmail.com, and I'll be very happy to respond to any queries that you may have. So until next time, bye-bye and take care.